great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.
But yeah, right now, I mean,
Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. It's your boy, Jim Hacking. This is episode 501 after our epic 5-hour show last Friday. How's everybody doing? Sorry that we're starting a little bit late. Hope you all are well. There's Vadim. Vadim's calling in from rainy Boston. Good to see you, buddy. Episode 500 was fun, wasn't it? We had fun and we raised some money. I know we did probably around 3,500. I just asked for the exact amount. Got a lot of our favorites here. You is here. Nathan's here. Anthony, Vadim. Everybody's doing well. Today is Monday, the 18th of December. So we'll do a show. We'll do 4 shows this week. And then next week, we're taking the whole week off. So no shows next week. No shows next week. So enjoy this week's 4 episodes, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. No show on Wednesday. So we'll do a show Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And then we'll take the week off between Christmas and New Year's. The office shuts down, we'll shut down, take a break, and then we'll come back and get right back at it with episode 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it'll be 505 on January 2nd. So we'll be off. I might do a pop-up show, but most likely not. Let's get today's show started. Why waste time? Let's just go. Let's talk to P. Hello, P.
oh wow, I'm the first. Hey Jim.
He didn't think he was going to be first.
No. Jim, I have a couple questions for you. I'm a long time subscriber, by the way, second time caller.
Sure.
I'm currently in removal, right? And I had filed for my 485 in 2021, and I got my EAD card. And then after then, the case was administratively closed. Now my question is, my card expires April of next year. Will I still be able to file to renew my EAD card based off the closed 485?
So can we back up?
Mhm.
When did you come to the United States?
2014,
What kind of a visa?
F1 student visa.
And how long did you go to school?
From 2014 till 2019.
And then did you get OPT?
No.
Did you graduate?
My last semester I dropped off because I didn't have enough money for tuition.
And so then they terminated your CVIS record.
No, I was on asylum. I got bad advice. A friend of mine told me I had to withdraw my asylum before I filed for 485.
Okay, wait, time out. Let's I didn't know about the asylum, so let's talk about that. Where in that 2014 to 2019 range did you apply for asylum?
2015.
Okay. And did you ever have an interview on your asylum case?
No.
No. And so but you withdrew the asylum case.
Yes.
And
then
what?
that put me in removal.
Yeah, sure. So what was the basis of the green card that you applied for?
Marriage based. I got married in 2019.
So you married a U.S. citizen, and then your spouse filed an I-130 petition for you?
Mm-hmm.
Did that get approved?
It's still pending.
Why?
It just says actively being reviewed since 2021.
Did you withdraw the asylum case before or after you filed the I-130? Before?
Before, correct.
Okay, so this is all jacked up. There's like no reason for your mess.
I know. So the thing is, we got married and we waited. It was close to 2 years after we got married, and then we were going to file the whole application. And a friend stupidly said, "Oh, you need to withdraw your asylum before you put in your 485."
So you didn't file the I-130 and the 485 together, or you did?
Separately. I filed the I-130 online, and I mailed the 485 to them.
But at the same time?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So just to be clear, you filed for asylum while you were still in valid F1 status.
Mm-hmm.
Then did you withdraw the asylum case before or after you got married?
After I got married, 2 years after I got married.
Why did you wait so long to file the I-130 and the 45?
I had my work card from my asylum at the time, so like my work
Wait,
card was getting ready to expire.
way too casual with all this. Way too casual.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I'm bringing a tough question for
That's okay.
tough question for the
So
first
what
one.
happened? So why did you withdraw the 485?
I didn't withdraw the 485. It just said administratively closed because I'm in
Why?
removal.
Because you're in removal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to go through this one more time real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
What month and year did you file for asylum?
September of 2015.
Okay, and then what month and year did you get married?
I got married August of 2019.
And when did you withdraw the asylum case?
July of 21.
And then when did you file the I-130?
September of 21.
Oh my God.
After I got an NTA.
Oh my God. So,
Yeah.
so in other words, to be a little bit harsh, it wasn't until you got the NTA that got your butt moving on so your I-130 is actually being held to that higher standard because you were already in removal. When did you get the NTA?
I got the NTA
Like August?
like around August of 21.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and then you filed the 45 also in September of 2021?
Correct.
And then when did USCIS administer? And you filed that 45 with USCIS?
Correct.
But you shouldn't have because you were already under the jurisdiction of the immigration court. So then
Mm-hmm.
USCIS admin closed the 485.
Yes.
When
They
did that
closed
happen?
April of the following year, so April of 22.
Okay. And your big question is about your work card. I think we have bigger things to talk about.
I know. I know. I called earlier on and you had told me to sue them for the I-130 so that
You
I can
should.
get moving,
You
and then
should.
I can withdraw a motion to terminate or
That's
dismiss with court.
yep.
So
That's what
that's what we are doing. Actually finalizing that with a lawyer that we had found out of Seattle here, which we should be doing that this month.
to sue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. So then what's the question for me?
The question is my work card. I'm just because I was trying to renew like 3 to 4 months before it expires, and I was thinking, I'm like, since the 485 says it's closed, I wasn't sure if I could renew
I don't
my
think you
work card
can.
based on
I
that.
don't know for sure. I've never had anyone do that. I don't think you can. I think that 45 does not give you any other benefits off of it if it's admin closed. I think. I don't know for sure.
Okay. Um, okay. Then I had another question.
Okay.
The lawyer we're working with now, she was saying that with the I-130 pending, um, that they can actually file a motion to dismiss from immigration court, but I wasn't sure. I was
So
thinking that I
generally
want.
so
Mhm.
generally we wait until the I-130 is approved unless there's a court date coming. But that being said, we've had a couple people on the show who filed motions to terminate based on a pending I-130. I think if you walk them through this timeline, they might be willing to do it because the Biden people are in charge. There's no real downside to it, especially does your lawyer who told you that, do they do a lot of deportation?
They do. So we have two lawyers. We have one based out of South Carolina and one because we just moved to Washington State.
Okay,
The one in Washington State in North Carolina rather doesn't want to do it. They just want to stick with getting the I-130 approved.
that's what I would do.
Bef
That's what I would
But
do.
But the
Yeah.
one in Washington is saying that she can speak to the judge but I have to transfer my case from North Carolina immigration court
Well,
down to
you have to
Washington.
do that anyway because you moved.
Hmm. Oh boy. Okay. So just wait till we file the mandamus and don't renew the EAD card.
I mean, you can talk to your other two lawyers, but I'm pretty sure the lawyers that you're paying, I'm pretty sure that admin closed green card cannot give you any kind of benefit like an EAD.
Interesting. Okay. And
Thanks,
then
B.
one more question, sorry. And then later on in the future, for sure, we'd have to pay for another 485, right? I can't have immigration to reopen the one that was closed.
Technically, they can reopen it. Practically, it's very hard to get them to do that, and you'd probably lose a lot of time and you'd be frustrated trying to get them to reopen it. I think I haven't heard of many people succeeding in that, but you can try it. But if I were your lawyer, I would tell you to go ahead and file a new one.
I'll take you for what you said, Jim. Thank you.
Bye, P. See ya. All right. Well, we started off with a bang. How about that? Let's see what HK has to say. Hello, HK.
Hi, how are you, Jim?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you very much. You're doing great. Thank you for your help. I've been
Sure.
watching your YouTube, like maybe I watched almost 300 episodes.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I have a question. I finished perm process, almost finished perm process, but there is a backlog in other workers category.
Mhm.
And my priority date is in February. So I decided to stop my process, and I just got married with my boyfriend. Like now he's my husband.
So much
Like
easier. He's a U.S. citizen?
he's a US citizen, and we have been living together since March already.
Love
We
it.
just got married last Friday, and
Congratulations.
thank you very much. So I was wondering, he has a company, but he's also employer of his own company. So should we provide W-2 or should we also provide 1099 for him?
So here's what we do on that. So one, for self-employed people, you think you sort of need to submit a little bit of extra stuff. So what I would do is, does his business have an accountant?
Yes, he has an accountant.
So you're going to want to submit probably a little bit more. I would say, is his business an LLC? Is it a corporation? Do you know what kind of structure it is?
It's a LLC.
Yeah. So what we do typically is, for the W-2s, 1099s, whatever the K1 partnership, the K1, I think it's called K1. Yeah, K1 part of the tax return, which shows or Schedule K, that's what it is. K1 is fiance. Schedule K for the IRS is the income of the LLC. And then a cover letter from the accountant sort of outlining all the sources of his income and how it all fits together.
Cover letter for what? Can you repeat again?
Yeah. So remember, you're going to need to show that for the last 3 years, he's made enough money to support you under the poverty guidelines. So self-employed people, they're a little bit more suspicious of that, and you need a little bit of more evidence. So W-2s are good. 1099s are good. The Schedule K for the income of the LLC is also good, Schedule K. And then in order to explain it all, you want to have his accountant explain how all those sources of revenue in each year add up to more than 125% of the poverty guidelines. In other words, make it really easy for them by having a cover letter that explains it all.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. He's also watching you, so
Oh,
I
good.
hope he takes notes.
Yeah.
So do I need a police clearing certificate?
I'm sorry?
Do we need the police clearance certificate?
That's overseas cases. That's not for here.
Okay, good. So do I need to provide my all I-20s? I have been in the US for 6 years and like I changed a lot of
I
schools.
think it's important to show a valid entry and that you've maintained your status all the way through.
Okay, so everything is good to go. Like I wasn't in other status. I was always in status.
Great.
Okay, so since we just got married, we don't have joint like insurances, or we have joint accounts. When we moved in the apartment, we decided to have a joint account because we were spending a lot of money for the expenses in the apartment. So we already have that, but we don't have like insurance, or we don't have other stuff. sh- do you think?
Well, I think insurance is easy. I would start with insurance. You should be able to pull off in a couple days, and I think that's good evidence. So I wouldn't let you off the hook on insurance. You don't have to have
Okay.
everything, but like getting car insurance in both your names, that's just really low hanging fruit. That's easy to put both your names on it and put the address where you're living. So I would push back on that one a little bit.
Yeah, he has his own car. I have my own car, so we are not using the same car. Yeah. Okay. I think this is all my questions.
Awesome. Thanks, HK. Have a good day.
Thank you very
Congratulations
much.
again. Yep. See ya.
Thank
Okay. Bye. Yep. Hey, everybody. I see everyone chit chatting in the comments, and Laura has arrived. Timit to Pay is here. Good to see all of our friends. AJ's here, calling in from Cali. Let's see what George has to say. Hey, George.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, my friend?
Fine. This is the third time that I'm calling you.
Awesome.
I did file for my unmarried child over 21 back home in Africa, somewhere in Africa. And that was in 2020, August 2020.
And you're a U.S. citizen or a green card holder?
Excuse me. No, I'm citizen.
You're a citizen. Okay.
Yeah, I'm citizen. I've been here I'm a citizen. So what happened was they requested a lot of evidence. And when I called you the second time, I remember you told me that there's a lot of backlog in most African countries. So I need to look out around 2030 before they even, but you were kind of a little surprised that they wrote me earlier. So I was a little disappointed when I heard that from you, but I was going to give up because I can't wait till 2030 because my son is already old. He's in his 40s. But all of a sudden yesterday, I got a letter from the immigration. They approved the I-130, and they sent it to the NVC, and told me to wait like 45 days while they processing the visa so I can follow up. But I'm still asking you if it's going to take till 2030.
So how old is? I'm sorry. On that approval, did you get a physical approval notice in the mail, or did you get it online?
Yeah, that's what I just showed you. Physical
Oh,
approval.
I was looking up the visa bulletin when you had it. How old is your son?
Oh, he was born in '82. So
And
let's say probably, yeah.
He's not married.
He's not married. He has 2 kids.
Okay. So when you came on before, did we pull up the visa bulletin?
No, you told me that, the country that I'm applying for is going to take a while, like 2030 for them.
Well, it's not even just so much your country. It's let me just show you real quick. Okay. I'm going to show you the visa bulletin just so that we understand and that we're all on the same page. Okay. So, this is the visa bulletin for next January, for next month. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your unmarried son of a U.S. citizen, that's the F1 category. Okay.
Yeah.
See there?
Mm-hmm.
So the F1 category. So your son is not from China, India, Mexico, or the Philippines. So that means we look over here.
Yeah.
So right now, this is the final action date. This means that this is the day the cases have to have been filed before this day, before an immigrant visa can be issued for your son. So right now, that date is January 1st of 2015. What is the receipt date or the priority date on that approval notice that you just received?
That was August 8th, 2019.
Okay. So it's not going to be 10 years. It's probably closer to 5 years. So,
Wow.
yeah. So what you need to do, and people in the comments will be able to say more than me, but like each month you need to log on to the visa bulletin and look at the final action date to see if that date's moving. I don't know. I don't keep track every week or every month of which dates are moving and which ones aren't. But if you keep checking, hopefully if it moves equally to wait time is right now, and that's a big if, because a lot of times it'll just sit for 3 or 4 months and nothing will happen. So in the comments, people will probably start telling me how those things are processing. But actually, no, I'm wrong. 15. I always think it's year 2019. So we're 4 years away, right? So if it moves apples to apples every month, then in about 4 years, his visa number will become current and he'll be able to come.
Wow, 4 years. One thing I also did was went to the NVC site, and according to the letter, they sent the approval notice to the NVC on the 9th. And when I look at the NVC site, they said they started treating all the paperwork from the 9th. So I thought that maybe it's going to be quicker. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, hey, you're halfway there. You're halfway done. I mean, some of these visa categories, like some of them, like for the brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens, it's 2007. And for the married sons and daughters, it's 2009. So the fact that he isn't married saves him 6 years. So it could be worse. I'm glad you didn't give up. I'm glad you got that letter.
Yeah, it came last week. So, I'm going to go ahead and follow up with NVC, because I haven't get a letter from them.
Keep doing the next right thing, and just hopefully those dates will start getting faster.
Okay.
And watch the comments. People might say about how it's been going month to month, but that's what you need to focus on. Final action date for the F1 category. That's your whole shooting match.
Okay.
Thanks, George.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
See you, buddy. Yep. Come back anytime. All right. Let's see what RR has to say. What's up, RR?
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. Excited to finally be here.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I just have a couple of quick questions. I came here to the U.S. in 2016 as a student in an F1 visa. Got married in 2019, and I've been just here in the U.S. with my OPT, and my 3-year OPT is about to expire in April.
Okay.
I filed for my merit-based green card in August, just recently. And yeah, so I just got, just last week, I got my EAD Combo Card. And I am wondering.
Can I just ask real quick?
Yes.
So, because people like to know the processing times, when did you file and how long did you do biometrics, and how long after biometrics did you get your combo card?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I filed beginning of August, and I got my biometric appointment on October 20th. And I got my acceptance letter for my combo card on November 25th.
So that's good news.
Yes, I believe so. So the thing is, I am planning on making a trip to my home country in May, which is a month after my OPT expires. So it's my understanding that as long as I'm on my OPT, if for some mistake or reason my green card gets denied, I can still maintain my student status, right, which is through my F1 visa, and reapply for it. But either way, in April, it's going to expire. So I'm just wondering how safe it is to travel with my combo card. Is it like something you would recommend to do, or would you recommend to just wait until I have the actual green card?
Well, let me ask you this. How long has it been since you've been home?
Since last time I went home was 2018.
And your visa and your passport is expired, right?
My passport is not expired. I just renewed my passport through the consulate.
But
In San
the
Francisco.
visa is expired.
Well, the visa, yes.
And
the visa
so
expired.
you're saying, Jim, I'm a little bit nervous about traveling overseas. I'm going to travel before my OPT ends, and I have this.
No, I was planning to travel after my OPT ends.
Okay, so after OPT ends, and really all I have now is my adjustment case, but I'm going to travel on my advanced parole. Were you ever out of status on your F1?
Never.
Have you ever been out of status in the United States?
Nope. I have always been an OPT.
Did you ever violate the terms of your visa?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with you going. How long a trip are you talking about?
Probably around 3 weeks.
Okay, and someone will be checking your mail to make sure that if you get your interview notice, if you get an interview notice, that you got it ahead of time?
I'll probably be checking my USCIS online account.
Okay.
But I don't think I have anybody to check my mail.
I think it's okay.
Yeah? You don't think there's any risk coming in? And
Well, I can't say there isn't any risk, but I think the risk
right.
is very, very small. And if I hadn't been home in 5 years, I think, if you're asking for Jim's blessing to travel, I would say wait till you get your green card. But I think that's probably overkill in your case because you've never violated the terms of your status. You've always been in status. You have advanced parole, and you have a pending. I would bring. Is your spouse traveling with you?
Yeah, that's the idea. She's a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, so that's really good. Bring your spouse with you, and then bring your receipt notices for your I-130 and your 485, and I think you're good.
So here's the other question. Because I was moving in the process when I got my notices, I don't have the physical notices for those ones. Is that a problem?
Can you print them out?
I don't find them in the USCIS account unless I'm looking for it wrong.
You should have receipt notices. You should have gotten them in the mail and or online. You should be able to find those.
Okay, I'll probably try to look for them.
I mean,
better now.
would I travel without them? Yeah, probably. But I mean, if you can find them, it'd be a good thing to have.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know I have the only thing I can print out is the online account receipt that I can open the online account.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, no, I don't see any other document.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much for the call, RR.
Yeah. Just one more question. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just curious because on my account, not talking about my account, for my I-130, it only says that case has been received. But for my I-485, it says case is being actively reviewed. My confusion is the I-30 is supposed to be approved before the I-485. Isn't that kind of weird that the 485 is advancing faster than the I-30?
I spend no time worrying about what they say online.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you can't read anything into that.
That makes sense. Okay, thank you.
Bye, RR. Thanks, buddy.
Have a good one.
See ya. Godwin is here. Hello, Godwin. Are you driving?
Hi. Yeah, I'm a truck driver.
Okay, I can't talk to you while you're driving.
No, I have my headphone. I'm not using. I have my headphone.
I can't talk to you while you're driving.
Oh, but what next time is you gonna have this?
Same time tomorrow, I think, right, Huli? 4 o'clock tomorrow? Yeah, 4 o'clock tomorrow, same time.
Okay, I'll try to see if I'll be available.
All right, buddy.
So, do I need to get another login?
Yeah, there'll be a different one. Yep. There'll be a different one tomorrow. You can look on the YouTube channel, on the Facebook group, or you can text us the word show to 314-470-3300. But yeah, we'll post it every day, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Bye, Godwin. See you, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, bye.
All right. Kai is here. Hello, Kai.
Hello, Mr. Jim.
Hello, Mr. Kai. How you doing?
Hey, I've been fighting with USCIS and EOIR for the last 15 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, now I kind of see like light at the end of the tunnel.
That's what I like to hear. That's good. Tell me
Yeah,
about your case. So, when did you come to the United States?
I came in 2008.
What kind of a visa did you
I
have?
came with the J1 visa.
Were you subject to the Rule 212E to go back home for 2 years or no?
No,
Okay. So then what happened
that
after you
was
came
like
on?
work and travel.
Yeah, good. So
And
then what happened?
I applied asylum, and I missed my interview. After that,
Okay. Why did you miss your interview?
I did not receive any notice.
Okay.
Then
All right.
I get that USCIS sent my case to immigration court.
Yep.
Then I lost my case.
Okay.
Then I appealed within 30 days. Then I lost again at BIA. Then time passed. I got married. My wife, she approved on her asylum like 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I already had removal order.
Mm-hmm.
And I waited like 26 months then we filed for I-730.
Yep.
Then I waited like 26 months for the interview. I never got interview. Then my lawyer, he filed for the mandamus,
Uh-huh.
because I was telling him like I know I was telling about mandamus to my lawyer,
Okay.
and he was like refusing to do it. He was saying that no, you can't do that.
Because you didn't know how?
Then yeah, I think I don't know. Then I like forced him like to file mandamus,
Okay. Good.
because that was only one option.
And
Then,
it was a mandamus on the I-730, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and after like 30 days, like USCIS attorney looks like called my lawyer,
Yeah.
and my lawyer also surprised. And
Did
we
you-
went to interview. I got like approved next day.
So can I ask a question?
Yes,
Was the reason that you knew about mandamus because of this show?
yes, yeah. I was watching. Like I was like searching. Like, is there any way we can speed up the cases? And I encountered your channel.
Cool. So
Then-
even though we weren't the lawyers, we get the credit, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's even better than getting paid. Go ahead. So then what?
Then what? Then we filed for reopening my old removal order,
Yeah.
and also at the same time we filed for I-485,
Yeah.
because there is like some USCIS rule you can file right after you get an asylum without waiting 1 year.
Yeah. Because you've been here so long.
Yeah. Then my I-485 is pending,
Mm-hmm.
but my BIA is terminated. I get like when I check the status of using my A number, it says removal order is terminated.
Wow. That's good.
That means like, I'm no longer in immigration court, right?
I think. I mean, I don't know that I would take the online updates as gospel truth, but it sounds like it.
And my question is, last time I saw my parents was like 15 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I was filling this refugee travel document, and there's a question, country from which you are refugee or asylee.
Yeah.
I got my status as a dependent, right?
Yeah.
So me and my wife, we are from different countries.
Are you trying to tell me that you want to go back to your country because
No.
Okay, good.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go like maybe like Turkey and see my parents. Should I? The question is like a little bit confusing. It says country from which you are refugee or asylee. Should I put my country or my wife's country?
I'd put both.
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, even though I'm not from my wife's country.
I think that technically you got asylum as a dependent from her from that country. You could I'd either put none or her country.
But I also applied for asylum, right?
Right,
From
which
my
is why I
country.
said I would put both. And I would probably just put an explanation in there.
Like
I would
exclamation.
I would put like country A and country B, and then I'd put a little star, and then in the cover letter I would say, I want to make sure that you see how I answered this question. I applied for asylum from my country, but I received it as a derivative on my wife's case from this other country. So I listed both of them on the refugee travel online, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I cannot travel to my wife's country, right? Just me and my kids.
I wouldn't.
Okay. Because my wife's parents, they want to see their grandkids, and my wife can't go back to her country. So maybe I thought maybe I can bring the kids and show
I don't know, man.
the kids.
I think that's playing pretty cute, pretty loose with things. It depends why she sought asylum. I don't know. That just makes me nervous. Anybody going back to either of your countries before you become citizens or even after, I'd be worried about it.
Okay.
I'm very conservative on that. Other people aren't as conservative as I am, but I'm very conservative on that.
Okay. Then last question: should I send if I like receive the official termination letter from BIA? Should I send to USCIS?
In the hopes that your 45 will go faster.
Yeah, maybe not. Hoping it's gonna be faster.
Yeah, I mean it can't hurt. It can't hurt to send it.
Yeah. Maybe I thought maybe just reading my applications they may deny it, right, without checking my A number.
Well, but there should be an order from the BIA. It shouldn't just be the online thing. Your lawyer should have some kind of an order. Usually that would be on their online portal or something. They should be able to get access to the actual order. That's what you want to send them.
Yeah, I checked my postal, and it looks like there's a one notification coming from BIA to my mailbox.
Oh, so this just happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just chilling. Yeah, you're just chilling.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Kai. Thanks for the call.
Thanks so much.
All right, bye, buddy.
Bye.
All right, Marco's here. Hello, Marco. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Tio Jim.
How are you, Tio Marco?
Pretty good, Tio Jim. Congratulations on your 500 show.
It was fun. We had fun.
Yeah, definitely. I hope you're rested now.
I am rested. Yes, I'm also looking forward. I'm also looking forward to taking next week off. But I'm excited about the shows we're going to do this week for sure.
That's good. Good for you. Just one couple of questions that I have for you, if you can help me with. This is like an immigration law exam question.
Oh, okay. My favorite.
Okay, you like those ones, right?
Yeah.
A person obtained a 10-year green card through parents on September 2020.
Okay.
After that, she married a U.S. citizen that is on the military.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Okay. So the question is, can she get naturalization on the 3-year rule?
Okay. So actually that I can help with. It's not that hard. So just for everybody watching, most people know that if you apply for citizenship, you have to wait 5 years from when you got your green card, unless you're married to a U.S. citizen. So some people think that only works if you got your green card through that marriage, but that's not true. So the actual rule is, if you've had a green card for 3 years, no matter how you got it, and you've been married to a U.S. citizen for 3 years, once both those things are true, then you can apply on the 3-year rule.
Perfect.
But that being said,
okay,
I would have one hell of a cover letter, making sure that they understand why she's eligible.
What's going on? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And she has to demonstrate a bona fide marriage.
She has to demonstrate a bona fide marriage, of course. Yeah, you still have to prove up the marriage.
Okay. So, okay. It's kind of confusing because she got the green card based on her dad.
Yeah, I understand.
Being a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But she has to demonstrate bona fide marriage because she is applying on the 3-year rule. Is that correct?
If you want to avail yourself of the 3-year rule, you without a doubt have to prove the marriage.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, all right.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you very much,
Tio.
Jim. Good to
Bye,
see
buddy.
you. Take care.
See ya. All right. Matt's here. Hello, Matt. Matt and Priscilla are here. Hello, Matt. How are you? Can't hear you, bud. Can't hear you.
That should sound better now.
That's better.
You there?
Yep. We gotcha.
Okay, cool. Good. It's been stressful. We're still working on funding right now as we speak. It's there's been a few hiccups with it.
Yep, I understand.
And we're just worried about meeting the deadline. You know, at this point, we're like better to file our own I-130 electrically than to her get out of status and file with her beyond status, huh?
A couple things. One, now that you're a client of the firm, we got to be careful about what we talk about on camera, because what you and I talk about separately is privileged, right? So I'll just say generally that getting a green card application out the door the first week of January in order to beat a February, even the second week of January, to be a mid-February deadline is totally fine. That's not, there's nothing to worry about.
Okay. Yeah, if somebody, these are some questions that, and it's, you know, the questions that we have from going through the I-130 process, and I'm just thinking, you know, like the things that it asks for, you know, the photos, 6 photos, the passport photos that we need to get, and the complete passport, like for evidence. One of the things is complete passport. Does that mean a picture of every single page in the passport?
I would say just the pages that have stuff on them.
Oh, okay.
How do we send the pictures, the photos? Because I need six of mine, of 2.
And those are these are physical photos, the one they print off for you.
We will need those later. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But for the initial thing of file, I'm just wondering if somebody's going to file, let's say I know that a lot of people say it's best to file everything all at once.
It is better.
But if somebody's in a pinch for time, was it going to hurt anything to file on the I-130 quicker, you know, and then catch up?
Yeah. Don't do that. Do not do that. No.
Okay.
When you separate out the I-130, I mean, you've heard people on the show talk about when their 45 gets separated from their I-130. It's a big mess.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. I've heard people get approved for something else and then denied for their I-130 or something, you know, things going backwards, or maybe the other way around.
Yeah.
Other than that, like the translation thing, if somebody needs a document translated, like in our case, for instance, it's a couple words like that are in a different language. Like the word female is
In Afrikaans.
Afrikaans, you know, it says it in Afrikaans. It's a totally English and Afrikaans birth certificate, except for a couple things like the word female and something else. South Africa. It's called South Africa, you know.
I'd have to see it. I'd have to see what the team says. But generally, everything you file has to be translated, but something that basic, maybe not. I don't know.
And then, you know, this is a really strange thing, not strange thing, but this shows you Google, okay? You talk about something and you get advertisements for it. Well, we were talking about this morning, and then I got an email for it. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? But it came, maybe it was a coincidence, but when I remember being on the USCIS site a while back, and I had logged, you just to poke around, they want your email address. So they had my email address, and I got an ad right away about, hey, you're going to need translation, you know, or something from some third party.
Yeah, that's That's just from geotagging and stuff like that. I wouldn't worry
Yeah,
about that.
Meta it was called or something, or Met whatever. But aside from that, I guess, and I don't know, we have questions, but we don't feel, I don't want to email a whole bunch of questions. I've tried to just call, but they're not going to give me another attorney yet until, you know what I mean, until everything's settled in.
Go ahead. You can email me whatever questions you have.
All right. That'd be a lot easier. Hey, we really enjoyed your show, and I was trying to get on and my audio wasn't working. But do you realize that if you took all the shows of The Office, all the shows of Friends, every episode of The Office, every episode of Friends, and every episode of Breaking Bad, it comes to $4.99.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I was laughing because we looked it up. My sons were asking me, the only sitcom that has been on longer than us is The Simpsons.
Wow. Then that shouldn't even count, but it should. That's great,
all right,
Jim.
thanks, Matt.
I was so excited. I added it all up. I'll see you. Have a good day. Thank you, Jim, for all you do. We love you, man. We appreciate you.
All right. See ya. All right. That was our good friends, Matt and Priscilla. Always happy to hear from them. Kaleem is here. What's up, Kaleem? You're on mute, buddy.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Good.
Quick question for you. So I've submitted I-130s for my siblings a couple of years ago, back in 2018. And I've moved to new house. I am not sure if I updated the address for them. I think I was able to see an email in my inbox for one of the cases, but then I became, I went through my immigration process. I had all those listed under my account, under my main account, right? So all those cases, add a case. So I was wondering if I were to update, even though I'm a citizen now, if I were to update the address on my USCIS account, would that update for those dependent petitions of 3 siblings, or should I go and update one by one?
Have you ever heard of someone being a belt and suspenders guy? Have you ever heard that phrase before? It's a weird English thing, but like to hold up your pants, you could wear suspenders or have a belt, and they say, oh, that guy, he's a real belts and suspenders kind of guy. Like it's sort of overkill. He does both.
Right.
I see you smiling and nodding, but in this particular situation, I'm a big believer in belts and suspenders. I would say it's free to update your address. It's hard to get them to pay attention to address changes. I mean, I think there's an argument to be made for like people who are waiting on a marriage-based green card to update their address once a month if they move in the middle of the process.
Sure.
I think there's an argument to just do it every month. So I think there's very little downside to doing it now.
Fair enough. And then just to follow up, since I have you on, and maybe for everyone else, what is the timeline for these F4 categories I-130? I know the I-130 gets approved a couple of years, and then of course the other one goes, the National Visa Center visa becomes available in 15 or so years.
Yep.
Is that true that the I-130 petition gets approved in a couple of years? And if so, what is the rough average time frame?
What country are you talking about?
Pakistan.
Okay, so we just had on a caller a little earlier today, and he said he was doing an F1 category, so that was for his unmarried son of a U.S. citizen. That's like an 8-year wait, and his case was pending at USCIS for 4 years. So I think probably 5 or 6 years. Probably they're in no hurry to do it because there's all these other cases that are backlogged, and they know there aren't any visas available, so they're not working on those cases very hard or very quickly.
Gotcha. And that is all I have, sir. And thank you again for everything.
Thanks, Kaleem. See you, buddy. Yeah, for sure.
Bye, Jim.
You got it. All right. We got a good buddy here. Tamit Tepe's here. He's chowing down. He's having a little lunch. What's up, buddy?
How you doing, boss?
I'm great, boss. How you doing?
Yeah, good. I just have when we are watching show now, something catch my attention.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask, first of all, thank you for the congratulations, and I thank you for the work. A
Thank
good
you.
job
Thank you.
with
Thanks
all
for
the
tuning in.
visitors that you bring to give us more knowledge. We thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Sure.
On the area of the 3 years and 5 years you just talked about just now, what if someone filed for VAWA? Is he going to wait for 10 years after he gets a green card?
3.
Oh, 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So are you guys
3.
dealing with
I should
VAWA?
say 3. I should say 3 if it was marriage to a U.S. citizen. I think you can make a VAWA claim if you're married to a green card holder, and then it would be 5. So you have to look at the underlying case.
Okay. Okay. So is it something that you guys are helping people doing VAWA, or
Yeah.
you guys don't do?
Yep.
Okay. I'll notify her to you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye, buddy. See you, man.
Thank you, boss. Yeah.
All right. Tony's saying it's time for Jim's break. Everybody knows when Temitope comes on, it's time for Jim's break. But this is only an hour-long show. It's not a 5-hour extravaganza. Judson's here. Hello, Judson.
Hey, Tim. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. How you doing?
Good. Remember we spoke one time? We talked one time. Yeah, we did.
I do, but I don't remember what it was about.
It's about the travel, because I told you I had the advanced parole and I travel already. But my VAW was approved last week, so I'm really happy about it. So last
Congrats.
Friday, yeah,
That's good.
2 years and 3 months. So what's
2
the
years and
next
3
step?
months.
Yeah, 2 years and 3 months. So what's the next step right now?
You can file for your 485 for adjustment.
Yeah, they already did when we apply everything.
Is it still pending?
Yeah, they just proved now on Friday, last Friday. So
They
now
approved the 3. They approved the 360, or they approved the 485.
No, the 360.
Yeah, so I think it'll be about another year. I think people can say in the comments, but I think it'll be about another year. You might get an interview. Oftentimes we do get an interview, but yeah.
Because my lawyer told me, she said it was quick because they usually check like about 3 years. So it was like 2 years and 3
No,
months.
I think those have been going a little faster, so that doesn't surprise me. But the 45 is still probably a year behind.
Okay. Because she was saying probably going to take 6 months, something like that, 1 year.
Maybe.
You know, I hope so.
A year.
I hope so.
We're seeing like 2.5 in a year, 2.5 plus 1 year. But that's great.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy, finally, because it's so stressed out, So they approve on Friday.
That's great. Congrats, Judson.
Thank you. And thank you for the last time for the information was great. So now I have to wait now for everything gets done.
All right, keep us posted, okay?
For sure.
Thanks, Judson.
I wish
See ya.
I know you. I wish I know before so I can hire you, But it
It's
was
all
very
good.
nice to talk to you.
Yep, I'm happy for you. Everybody's happy you got your 360 approved.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Thanks, you too. Let us know when the I-45 gets approved, okay?
Sure.
All right. Let's go over to Mehdi. Hi, Mehdi.
Hi, thank you very much for the show. I just got this quick question. I don't know, everybody tells me different things, but I have a pending status. I was on F1 for some time, and then I changed to EB3 unskilled. I don't probably know, but there's a backlog about on it, and I don't know when it's gonna be current. But recently I went to my country. I visited my country on a emergency travel document, and meanwhile I was there. I got married. I was wondering if it's possible to
the curveball. Mehdi throws me a curveball I didn't see coming. Wait, so we got to back up. So what do you have pending right now? What do you have pending right now?
On my travel still, I mean the travel document that I applied, I-131, it's still pending, and also the green card for 85.
Hold on. Okay, so what's the basis of your 485? Asylum?
No, EB3 unskilled.
Oh, sorry, you said that. Okay.
Yeah.
So the I-140 has been approved. The 45 is pending.
The work permit was approved, but the travel and the green card is still pending.
Wait, let's back up. When did you come to the United States?
Like 4 years ago.
What kind of a visa?
F1.
And how long did you go to school?
Like as long as I was I was at school until last May, I guess, because after I got my work permit approved, I left the school.
Okay. So in other words, when you filed when you filed the 485,
Yeah.
you were still in status at that time.
Yeah. Yes.
And so with that 45, you filed for a work card and a travel card.
Yes.
Or travel document.
Yeah.
And then you needed to go back home.
Yeah.
For an emergency, so you obtained emergency advance parole.
Yeah.
And where are you in the United States now, or you're overseas?
Yes. No,
what was the emergency that you had to go overseas for?
It was I was needed to my parents. I needed to help them for something, for some health situation.
Okay.
And I also I was like engaged with someone for a long time in the tradition stuff, and I had a chance. I had enough long time. I got married.
Okay.
And taking care of my family.
Okay.
Now
the reason I ask is I think they're going to think that was a little sneaky.
Yeah, maybe.
No, maybe.
I
maybe. I think they're going to think that was sneaky.
Okay. Sneaky on what?
To the extent that I think you're going to have to prove
Mhm.
that you didn't misrepresent yourself to get the travel document.
Yeah.
That you really did have to go, and that you sort of surprised yourself by getting married. It wasn't your plan when you left the United States to get married.
Yeah. No, actually, there's a long story behind it. So yeah.
Good. Okay.
But, yeah.
So what's the question now? And where are
yeah,
you? I meant to ask: are you back in the United States, or are you still overseas?
No, I'm here. I'm in the States.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, I started working for my sponsor, and I was wondering, is it possible to apply for dependent visa if you have pending status?
No.
Because some different people tell me different thing, and I don't know who to ask.
No, you should notify USCIS that you're married.
Mhm.
You should update your address, and then if you get approved, you can apply for what's called follow to join,
Mhm.
and try to get her here faster than if she has to wait for you to sponsor her as a green card holder.
And do I have to wait for my green card approval, or is there any kind of visa?
You have to wait until your case is approved to apply for her. Yep.
Okay, I see. That's what I was wondering, because different people say different things. Some people say that you can apply for a dependent visa, something like that.
I don't know any such visa.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Bye, Mehdi. See you, bud. All right. If I had a magic wand. Hello, if I had a magic wand.
Hey, sir, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I just want to say I watch your show a lot.
Thank you.
And I remember the other day you told some guy you had a magic wand. Definitely made his decision. So I have some background for you, and then I have some questions.
Great. Go for it.
So I came to the U.S. when I was 13 years old. I came here with a CR2 visa. My father-in-law petitioned for me. He was a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
I came here 2008. She became a citizen. So when I went to the interview with her, she became a citizen as well. They told me that I became a citizen as well. I did the passport, got the passport.
How old were you when she became a citizen?
I was 13.
Okay.
So I was living in her custody. I read the CR2 visa about the kids becoming citizens. I read the Citizenship Act of 2000. And so far, I applied for my N600.
Yeah.
This year. Now,
Yeah.
I did file for my wife. I filed an I-130 for her, 485. She came here with a J1 visa. And we applied before she was 6 months here. Before her overstay, I believe is 180 days. We applied way before that. So we apply priority date February 1st, 2023.
Yeah.
A few months later, I believe in June, she got her EAD and she got her travel document.
Okay.
We're waiting. We're still waiting. And my question is to you, is it safe for us to travel?
Well, the N600 is still pending?
Yes, the N600 is still pending, yes.
And she entered on what kind of a visa? Visitor?
J1.
J1. For work and travel?
Yes.
Is she subject to Rule 212E?
No.
Okay. And you filed for adjustment how long after she landed in the United States?
How long after she landed? 7 months.
Okay. And how long was her J1 valid for?
For 3 months.
So you applied 4 months after her J1 expired?
Yes.
Okay. So my vote is you don't leave until she gets her green card.
Okay.
I'm conservative on this stuff.
I see.
I mean, let's say there's a 1% chance. Let's say there's a 1% chance that all hell breaks loose while you're gone. For some reason, they say you're not a citizen. I don't think that's going to happen, but let's say there's a 1% chance. They come back and they say you're not a citizen. N600 denied while she's out of the country. N600 denied. And oh, by the way, if you're not a citizen, then this I-130 that you filed is somehow invalid, or she's the spouse of a green card holder, or it's just janky and they don't let her back in. Then what do we do?
I guess at that point we have a lot of issues.
Yeah. So I vote. I mean, I think, there's an argument to be made, not that you did anything wrong, but there's an argument to be made that maybe you should have waited for the N600 to get adjudicated before filing for her. I know you couldn't, but I certainly think that I'd feel more comfortable seeing how it all plays out before she leaves. I think everything's going to be fine. I don't think there's anything to worry about. But it's one of these things in immigration that we see all the time. Chances of a problem, very, very small. Effects of a problem, very, very big.
I see. Now, when are we able to do the writ of mandamus then?
Well, what's the receipt date on the I-130?
February 1st, 2023.
Oh, way too early. Yeah. I mean, what field office? If you had an interview, what field office?
It will be Northern Virginia, Fairfax.
See, I would give them a big berth on that, because the petitioner, i.e. you, has a little bit of a complicated immigration history in that even though the State Department gave you a passport, USCIS might still not have you classified as a citizen for purposes of sponsorship. Does that make sense?
I see. Because I went, I did talk to a lawyer, obviously, before I applied. We went over the Citizenship Act of 2000.
Oh, I get it. I think you're probably a citizen. I get all that. But it's one thing for you to be a citizen. It's another thing for USCIS to acknowledge that you're a citizen.
Okay.
Yeah. And especially within the context of then giving someone else a benefit.
I see. Okay.
So what I'm saying is, I would never tell, it's very rare that I tell someone to file for mandamus less than a year, but I sure as heck wouldn't do it for somebody when there's a arguable question that USCIS needs to do some thinking on your citizenship status. Does that make sense?
I see.
I'm just saying it's too early.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And are we able to go, I guess, to the I'm a citizen type of thing? I know sometimes you talk about the book that sometimes you have.
Oh, my little book? No, I don't have my book. And plus we're over time.
I see. Okay. Well, I just wanted to come in and, ask a few questions.
Awesome. You got it. Have a good day.
You as well. Have a good day, sir.
All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. Tomorrow's show, 4 p.m. Central. We'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central. Remember, we have shows today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, no show Wednesday, and then we're off for a week because the office will be closed and I'm taking a break. Hope you all have a great night and a great week. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday. If you're not on our text line, text the word show to 314-470-3300. And also, if you want to do us a quick favor, leave us a 5-star review. We would be most grateful. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.